Every time there are rumors of cheating. Recently, two celebrity couples, Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck, Gwen Stefani, Gavin Rossdale, decided to call it quits. Allegedly, it was all about cheating.
Yeah. So why do some people in relationships decide to follow that wandering eye, and what are they risking? And also, how can you spot this before it maybe gets to that point? Joining us now to talk about the psychology of cheating is psychologist Dr. Robi Ludwig. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So there are 3 reasons that people cheat. What are those 3 reasons?
Generally, it's a real sense of excitement and a sense of newness. So that's one reason. It feels good. In some cases, it's really looking for something they're not getting in their primary relationship. And the third piece is they feel it's culturally acceptable or manly, or they grew up seeing a parent cheat. So it just feels very familiar.
So those are the 3 big reasons for the thrill of it, not getting what they want. And it's also something that they may see when they saw growing up. And usually, you know, it's crazy when you see people coming into your house, and especially a lot of people are talking about nannies.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh my gosh, that's such an old story. But, you know, strangers, there's something very appealing about it. And I also think it's like not with a stranger, it's always with somebody that they know.
Right, it's somebody that they know, but somebody who is new, and usually somebody who is idealizing them. You have to remember, an affair is not a real relationship. When you're in
It's a fantasy, are you saying?
It's a bit of a fantasy, so you're projecting all those things you want onto another person, and very often it's protected from the realities of life. Paying bills, struggling over childcare, who's taking out the garbage. Those things aren't sexy.
Right. You know, it's interesting because there's always this conversation whenever like a celebrity, a beautiful celebrity is cheated on. People are like, how could he cheat on her with her? How do you cheat on Halle Berry, or how did you cheat on Eva Longoria or Sandra Bullock? How did he cheat on her with, you know? But it's not about that, is it?
No, it's not. And it's
necessarily.
interesting, there was a study done that found that actually people who cheated on their partner and actually chose somebody else, it wasn't someone necessarily younger, prettier, or richer. It was just another person, usually that made them feel special, or made them feel important, or made them feel the way they wanted to feel. In some cases, it's depression that contributes to it. I'm treating somebody who really couldn't tolerate aging, so he started to cheat as a way to feel like he was young and wanted again.
Wow. We have some statistics that we want to talk about. 22% of men admitted to cheating at least once. 8% of women admitted to cheating at least once. So that's a big difference in percentages, if you know what I mean.
But I think those stats are a little bit wrong. My theory is I think that women and men probably cheat about the same amount.
It takes 2 to tango, don't you think?
It takes 2. Men probably do it a little bit more often, and I say for different reasons. Men are more inclined to do a one and done, to cheat for sex. Women less so. It does happen, but it's really more for an emotional connection.
Something that's missing, a void, and everything like that. So how do you know that somebody's cheating? That's what I want to know, and that's what our viewers want to know.
Right. If their appearance changes in a major way, all of a sudden they're buying new clothes, they lost weight, they really care about how they look. If they're talking a lot about another person, that's usually not a good sign, even if they say, oh, this is my friend. If they're talking too much about a person, the friend, right?
Oh, boy.
Or if they appear really emotionally distant, or if they're very, too attached to their computer, or very guarded about their phone, that's probably not a good sign.
Tell me this, right? Say you see some of this stuff happening. Maybe the affair hasn't happened yet. Is there something that the other person can do that can actually stop that in its tracks? Or is it one of those things where you are powerless and it's going to be this person's going to do it, period?
It's a great question, and I think it really depends on the relationship, but all marriages have issues. It's how those issues get dealt with, and if you're communicating with your partner and saying you don't seem happy, at least you're opening up the discussion to perhaps stop that acting out, because cheating is an acting out behavior. It's kind of behaviorally acting out. It's communication without saying anything verbally. So if you can get it done verbally, you have a better chance of stopping the cheating behavior.
Or not.
Better chance or not.
Better chance, I know. It's a tough one, because when somebody says they're
But great
doing something
question.
like that,
Get yourself into treatment. Couples counseling can be remarkably helpful.
Yeah, and that's the part 2.
Right.
Healing from something that is...
Which can be done.
Which can be done.